Hello there, I am Vigalius, and this, yes it is, it's Modern Warfare. Do you all remember this game? If you don't remember this game, I don't know what the fuck you were doing last year. I don't know if you were living under a rock creating some sort of civilization with centipedes where there's a queen centipede and then there's like a king centipede and then they get into a whole situation where they're playing Monopoly and then one throws the board over. I don't know how this is going to happen under a rock. But this is Modern Warfare, and it is great. I want to talk about this, right? So I want to talk about Modern Warfare right now. So last night, I decided to jump back into Modern Warfare, and the reason for that is because I was kind of craving it, and I wanted to give it a try. So I downloaded what was almost 100 gig worth of downloads, updates and stuff like that. I already had the game installed. It took me half a fucking week to update this game. I downloaded a 55 gig update, then I downloaded 22 gigs worth of multiplayer packs or something like that, and then there was another pack that was about 5 or 6 gigs, something like that. I think it might have been 9. So we're looking at around about 90 gig worth of updates. Bear in mind, the last time I played Modern Warfare was for Warzone about 2 months ago. Come on. I mean, this game is old now. Well, it's a year and a half old. Chill with the fucking updates. Just calm down. We don't need all of that. That was one of the things that killed the game for a lot of people in the first place. For me, it was the terrible progression system. But no, you have to do all of that shit, you know? Why would you come back and play it if you know you're not going to be able to play it for like 3 or 4 days' time? But I did play it, and I did jump into a game, and I gotta say, it's just so much better than Cold War. Oh my god, it's so much better than Cold War. As a matter of fact, I've got to retract some stuff that I said during my Cold War review because it's that much better. Jesus Christ. So the first thing I noticed straight away is the freedom of movement. I felt so much freer moving in this game overall. You know, you don't realize that Cold War's movement system is actually very restricted. Sliding is done at their pace, in their direction, as they tell you to do it, and overall just movement just feels very condensed and funneled into where, you know, Treyarch want you to go and stuff like that, and it definitely doesn't feel like that in what's it called, Modern Warfare 2019. I don't know, man, I can't really put my finger on exactly why it is, but overall the movement just feels so much more as though I'm in control of it and I can do what I want with it. It feels so much better. And speaking of things that are better, I mean, come on, look at the way this game looks. God damn, this is a beautiful looking game. Wow. I mean, I never thought I'd get to say that again about a Call of Duty game after Black Ops 1, especially when the games just look so ugly after that, but this was such a return to form, and to this day, it still looks so good. This is such a good looking game. The guns look absolutely beautiful, especially the AK. The way the light sort of dances off of the guns and the detail and some of the cracks and scratches. So beautiful and so much more detailed than they are in Cold War. And actually, one of the retractions I've got to make from my Cold War review is that in my Cold War review, I said that Modern Warfare looks better overall, but I prefer Cold War's art style. Actually, I don't feel that way. Going back to this game, I mean, when I played Cold War, I hadn't played Modern Warfare for a few months because of the bullshit ranking system. I've got to say I was wrong. I actually prefer the color palette for this game. I think overall, even the colors, even though they're less sort of prominent and they do less with them, I just prefer the way this game looks, man. I really do prefer the way this game looks overall. And the maps, I mean, the maps, they continue with that. Like, it has this gritty look. And maybe I'm nostalgic. Maybe I just feel very nostalgic playing this game because sometimes I feel as though I'm just playing, you know, like this updated Modern Warfare 2 or updated Call of Duty 4. I played on this great map. I don't know what it's like, Broadcast Center or something like that, and it's set in an abandoned like TV studio. And man, sometimes when I was, you know, some of the locations in that, it's an awesome map. I'd never played on it before. It's a great, really good map. And some of the locations in there, like I ran out into this like big section of windows on the second floor, and it felt like Call of Duty 4. Like I felt as though I'd seen this in Call of Duty 4, but in a good way, like in an updated way, because it looks a lot more beautiful. The way the sun came through the windows, the overall detail, the level of detail, the mise-en-scène in the room, stuff like that, everything looked better than it did in Call of Duty 4. But I felt like I was playing a Modern Warfare game. And, you know, there's a lot of Call of Duty games where you can't say it feels like a Call of Duty game, but this really, really did. I had a really good time with it. And, you know, I mean, I played Cold War a couple weeks back, and I can get maybe 1 or 2 rounds out, and then I'm just bored. I'm already bored, and I just don't want to play anymore. Maybe that's just because I busted out 6 prestiges in the space of like 2 months, which I don't usually do, but man, I just get so bored playing that game. But last night, for the first time since when I guess when I first started playing Cold War, I wanted to keep going. I wanted to keep playing, you know, and yeah, I wanted to keep going with the game. It was that good. It was really enjoyable. And maybe it's because it feels more free. Maybe it's because I love looking at it. I love, you know, looking at the maps and the guns, and oh my god, the way the guns feel to shoot in this game. I forgot how great that was. They have such a pop to them, so much weight, so much heft. You know, I've been lamenting the death of Modern Warfare 2. I mean, getting nostalgic about Modern Warfare 2, as I do about 4 times a year. I've been doing that recently, and you know, thinking about the weight and the power of those guns, and that's what made the game so great. And it's exactly what's here in Modern Warfare. The guns just feel so powerful. And again, I can't say the same for Cold War. They did so much right with this game, and it just feels as though there's so much there too. You know, like when I play Cold War, I'm done with the map, and I'm like, oh, I'm probably going to be on this one again. Oh, it's going to be Armada Strike fucking again, or it's going to be, you know, Nuketown again, or something like that. But in this game, I'm like, what is going to come next? You know, what's going to happen next? What map am I going to be on next? And if I don't like it, I'll hop into Ground War, because Ground War was awesome in Modern Warfare once they fixed it. Yeah, man, I gotta say, it was great. I had a lot more fun with this game than I did with Cold War. I'm 6th prestige between the two duality of games at the moment. And I will say, by the way, whoever's idea it was to like sync up the ranks and turn them into like one Call of Duty rank, absolutely genius. A brilliant idea. And I'm going to be using that, because I think if I do prestige in this game again, which I might, I was never going to, but after last night, I might prestige again. And if I do, it's going to have to be in this game. It definitely will, because I had more fun, and it felt fresh. It was really good. So, unlike a lot of Call of Duties, Modern Warfare for me has definitely withstood the test of time, which I can't say the same about games like Black Ops 4. I remember when Black Ops 4 came out, you know, I praised it, and I said it has good gameplay and it's fun, and I did play a lot of it. But man, I couldn't play that game again. Come on, that game sucked. It wasn't good. Let's just be honest. And it got so repetitive so quickly. I don't even want to think about going back and playing that game again. I think I have it in my collection still, but I can't do that. I'd be so bored if I went back and played Black Ops 4. I could never do that. But with Modern Warfare, or even World War 2, you know, I couldn't go back and play World War 2. But with Modern Warfare, I went back, and I think it's better. I really do. I think this, to me, this is still up there, and definitely top 5 Call of Duties of all time. I think I said it was my 3rd favorite, and I think I still would. It's not as good as Modern Warfare 2. I mean, what is, you know, or Black Ops, because again, what the hell could be better than Black Ops? Black Ops was the perfect Call of Duty, and Modern Warfare 2 was almost perfect. Well, not perfect, but it was just a masterpiece. It's up there with kind of like Call of Duty 4 for me, that kind of level of Call of Duty for me. And it's still there. And I really thought revisiting this game, I wouldn't feel that way. And I think, oh man, what was I thinking, you know? What was I thinking this game was that good? And that's how I feel about, like I said, games like Black Ops 4. When Black Ops 4 came out, I said it was probably a top 5 Call of Duty. I wouldn't say that again. It's probably bottom 6 or 7, you know. But yeah, this is fantastic. I definitely will be going back to Modern Warfare. And you know, I didn't even scratch the surface on things like, you know, the original Modern Warfare 2 maps that are in there, like Scrapyard and Rust, awesome maps and great remasters. But yeah, so I had a really good time looking back at it. And you know, if you want to know exactly what I thought of the game and you want a proper retrospective, then look at my initial review. The campaign's absolutely fantastic. The Spec Ops are awful, and I still haven't played Survival because it didn't come out when I initially got the game for the Xbox. But yeah, those are my thoughts on Modern Warfare going back a year and a half later. I'm looking forward to diving into some more. Still an absolutely fantastic game. So that's what I thought, and I will see everyone later.